Okay, welcome to the commentary track for Slayers, the motion picture. I'm Matt Greenfield. I was the ADR director and writer for the English version, and with me are
Cynthia Martinez.
And Kelly Madison.
Who were the voices of Lina and Naga, respectively.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting how this whole show came about because when we acquired the rights to the movie, we had originally talked with the actors who had done the voice of Lina in the TV series for another company, and we thought that we had everything ironed out, but the last minute it kind of fell apart, and we ended up doing a last-minute casting session for Lina, and if I recall correctly, this was actually your first part, wasn't it, Cynthia?
This was the very first thing I ever did.
That's amazing.
And, nobody ever said to me how big Slayers was. I come in here and I'm going, oh, this is cool. I get to be a cartoon voice. All of a sudden, all over the internet, it's like Slayers is booming everywhere. I didn't even realize it. I felt like such a dork, but I've gotten really used to this now, and the Lina thing. I love Lina, so but it was quite an experience to come in with such a famous character and someone that was so loved. And I was totally oblivious to it.
That's probably the best, though.
Well, it's a good thing, though, because, one of the things that really worked, something we would have had to work out anyway, is that the Lina in the movies and the OVAs is a much younger Lina than in the TV series Lina.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She's like 3-4 years younger, and obviously the Japanese actress, Megumi Hashibara, who played the part in Japanese, plays it quite differently in these because she's supposed to be younger and much more inexperienced, and perhaps, let's say, not quite as irritable, which is saying a lot. Boy, I remember doing this so long ago. It's been 6 years, you said?
Yeah, it's been 6 years, about. Yeah, maybe a little bit over.
Yeah, we had just gone through a huge casting session. We had been trying to increase the voice pool. I think this is your third show, Kelly? You did.
Actually, I think it was the fourth.
So you were in Orange Road,
and then Ruin Explorers, and then we did that some bit parts on Street Fighter UK.
Yeah, that's right.
And then came this. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Cynthia had come in right there in that batch. So there's a whole lot of new voices in this show, and I'll point them out. The whole thing was trying to find a new feel for the show. Oh, Lordy, all these crowd scenes, which, of course, you can't hear anything in the final mix, but there was actually quite a bit of ad-lib chatter going on back there.
Well, I had a blast doing this, and I learned a lot, and through the years, I think I've learned so much more about Lina, and now it sucks because we don't get to go back and do her now. We can't do Slayers
it should
anymore.
just be never-ending. There should be Slayers all the time.
Yeah, because now I'm like, hey, I kind of like this. This girl is cool. She blows people up. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
But I was telling one of the other producers that when I first recorded this, since it was my very first thing, the funniest story is that I wouldn't come out of the booth because I was afraid that Matt was like, why did I cast this girl?
She's out of the booth. Quick, lock her out.
Yeah, so I just kept thinking, I signed the contract, right? They can't get rid of me, right? But Matt would say to me, you can go to the bathroom, And I'd be like, no, that's okay.
I'll just hold it for 4 hours.
Yeah, no big deal. I think I was here one day for like 6 hours. I was like, I ain't going nowhere. You have got to push me out of this room. I was not going to move. I thought if I leave, they're never going to let me back in. Now it's like, I got to go to the bathroom, bye. So, but, it was a great experience. And now that I know more about Lina, I wish I could record it more.
Yeah, it was the whole thing at the time was just trying to get the thing finished and done with because we had been expecting it to go one way and then it changed. It was like, oh my gosh.
Bring someone in.
On the other hand, when we cast you, Kelly, I remember that I actually basically thought about casting you from when we were doing Rune Explorers when you were laughing as...
Oh, yeah, as Racha.
And it was so close to the Naga laugh, and you were just doing that automatically. I was like, okay, it's close. That's very scary.
That's how she laughs.
And what's really funny about that is that when I auditioned, which actually was this scene, right?
Yeah, this was the audition scene.
I didn't get the laugh right for several tries until either you or the sound engineer said, hey, try to laugh like the Japanese. lady did it. And that just
laugh,
changed
boy.
everything. Everything.
That's a great laugh, man. I'll
It's
tell
the whole
you what.
thing, and I wish that people could see what you guys look like when you're actually doing these parts.
Oh, that would be scary, man.
Well, I always found it fascinating when Kelly was doing Naga that she would get this look on her face that I called the deer in the headlights.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, she would just look like, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to admit it, and I'm just blindly, and it worked for Naga, and of course,
It's a Naga thing. It's not necessarily that she doesn't know what's going on. It's just what's going on for her is on a different plane of existence.
pretty much. I mean, I've always felt that it's kind of like if I keep bluffing, everyone will believe it.
Right, that's
okay.
right. It's funny.
It is.
That would be cool, though.
I do remember you cracking up a lot, and I was trying to figure out what was so funny.
Well, it's just because your face would just get this like, and like I said, it's like a deer in the headlights as you're coming towards. You can just tell it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
What's he laughing at? What'd I do?
Yeah, and then of course there was Cynthia was in the booth too.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
just learning to physicalize the
Lord.
sounds, having to actually do all the action, which
Yeah.
a lot of actors do.
Well,
but
yeah.
just that first time, just being very intimidated about it, like I look silly doing this, don't I?
Yeah, no, that was scary for me. I was like going, okay, you gotta be kidding me. I have to eat. The eating part was so, that was new because you had to like either stick your finger in your mouth or stick popcorn or what was it, peanut M&Ms
Yeah, because it was
or
those big
something.
slurpy oysters
Yeah,
and
and
things.
it's like,
Oh, yeah.
and how do you do that? Now I can do it. I have a talent for it.
You do. You
I'll
do.
be, like,
You're really
sitting
good
there,
at that.
Yeah, I could drive in the car, pretend like I'm eating whatever. But before I'm going, what? This chick eats every 5 minutes. What's up with that?
It's really amazing. I mean, with the amount of food that Lina consumes and alcohol that Naga consumes.
Yeah,
How do they keep their figures?
Tell me their secret.
Burns off quite fast with using magic, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And they walk everywhere they go,
They do,
unless the
and that's
Raywing
true.
thing comes into it.
That's true.
Or unless Lina blasts Naga and she's flying through the air.
Well, there's always that.
That's true. And there's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that.
It would be interesting.
That's because you get on my nerves.
You just don't have any patience.
It's because of your laugh, woman.
It would be very interesting to go through the Slayers series and just count how many times you blow up
How many times
Naga.
I,
And
like,
Naga's so
whack
graceful.
you.
That's the other thing I love about Naga. She's such a dainty flower to be wearing that elephant.
That outfit that kind of defies.
That's not an outfit. That's nothing.
Yeah, I always kind of thought that maybe she was getting fitted for her sorceress robe
And she
and
took
just
off.
ran out of time. It's like, okay, I'm going. This is
Gotta
it.
go by.
Pull out the electrical tape, please.
I mean, good God. Let me take this here and this here. That's okay. I'm covered. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, she's very proud of her fashion
Yeah,
sense.
well, you know what?
Is that what she's proud of?
That's, among other things.
I was going to say, there's a lot more there that I can see here. I mean, good God, look at that. Whew.
Yeah, well,
What is up with that? They could have shared some of that with Lina,
well, see, and Lina, really, I mean, it's just because she's up next to Naga that she gets all those jokes.
Exactly.
Well, no, let's
And
be
she's an
fair.
anime
I mean,
character.
She is by anime standards.
Well, there you go. That's the key
and
phrase.
there's the key word there.
By
is
anime standards.
She's got no boobies. I'm like going, come on, man, put me next to Naga. What's up with that?
Joy Rock. Now there was an odd little character.
I like
Rock.
Joy Rock. Joy Rock's very odd.
But I mean, so much about this show is odd. I think they were basically saying, let's just see what kind of strangeness we can come up
That's
with.
what I love
throw all
about
this in
it.
together.
It's so creative, and it withstands watching it several times because
Yeah.
it's just nutty. Yeah.
Oh boy, and there's a pair. That's
Oh yeah.
that's David Bell and Jessica Calvello.
I don't think I ever met David Bell.
I
Yeah, he
never met
moved
Jessica.
fairly soon after this. He moved to New York, and then actually Jessica moved to New York and was splitting an apartment with him and I think 2 other actors for a while there.
Wow.
So it was kind of strange.
That's funny.
That's cool.
This was obviously in the pre-Chris Patton phase when we were,
Right.
hadn't quite found that perfect 15-year-old boy's voice yet.
Yeah, Chris is cool.
Yeah.
Although actually, I think Chris was in. I'm trying to remember which show it was he came in on. Oh, it was Mosquiton. Mosquiton was what he came in on.
Mosquiton, yeah. He was Hono or Yuki one, wasn't he?
No. He was just background voices.
Oh, really?
No, Hillary was Yuki.
Was Yuki? Who was Hono?
Hono, it's Mark Laskowski was Hono.
That's right.
And that was the first show for both of them.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this one. We had a kind of transitory period where a lot of actors had started up around the time we started on Ava, and they're in this show. And then there were a lot of new people who came off the same casting rounds that you came in on, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Sorcerer A is Greg Stanley, and this was his first part.
I am Sorcerer A.
That's me.
I love that. You can call me.
Yeah, I think so. Was it Lagos the Hypnotist is Brian Bounds, who was really wonderful and moved to New York and ultimately, I understand, to England.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I wonder where he went. He did really good work.
Yeah, well, he was best known here in this town as the voice of Wiener Man.
Wiener Man?
Yeah, it was a local clothing store, and he wore this big rubber padded suit.
Oh, he was Wiener Man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I know.
I didn't know that.
Actually, Spike Spencer was the previous voice of Wieners before Wiener Man,
Oh, how funny.
who never had a name, but we always called him Wiener Boy.
Wiener boy.
Wiener Boy.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Got a new name.
They were a big clientele.
Now who is this? The big bad bully. Who is that? Do you remember?
Let me hear.
I think you know who we mean.
I believe unless I'm mistaken, it's Rob Mungle.
Oh, yeah.
There's a group of
probably
these
is.
guys,
He's got
and
the
I know I'm one of
plum.
them.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Which one are you? Are you the
So that's
Mexican
Kurt
wrestler
Stoll.
guy?
Kurt Stoll.
Yeah, the Mexican wrestler. So that's me.
Mexican?
The Mexican wrestler. He's got the face mask.
Yeah. Yeah, so of course I actually gave him a Mexican wrestler voice.
Yeah. Yeah. It worked great. Him.
Him.
Is that Rob Mungle?
I'm listening.
The 10th strongest person on this island. Go
Yeah, that's Rob.
Whatever.
Makes quick business of that.
Yeah, he did a couple of voices on this one.
I like the yelling. I love the yelling in this thing. Talk about a stress reliever.
I'm the 8th strongest man on this island.
Who's that? 8th strongest?
I can't remember.
7th strongest. And I shall break you across my knee.
That's me.
Like so.
That's one of my favorite lines in the show.
Lexo.
I'm trying to remember. It's hard to remember it so far back. I'd have to sit there and look at the cast list.
Yeah.
So a lot of them were people who came in and they were there for a couple of years, and it's been 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And weren't there people who had been here like during Ava times and then kind of went away for a while and then came back at those big auditions?
There's Greg Stanley. I love his performance as
This is
Sorcerer
great.
A.
I see.
His voice fits his movements so well, I think.
Lina inverse has come to town.
That's right.
And who's the bimbo in the black leather?
Hey, buddy.
Bimbo.
She's not even phased by it. Look at that.
I know. She's like, yeah, that's me.
Of course I Who might you be?
You're a meanie. I
This
love
whole
you.
business with the jellyfish.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Yeah.
Sea cucumber spin.
Yeah.
Can't say you could predict that was coming, you know.
I really do think they were just basically sitting there coming, what's the most random thing?
I know, right?
Just kind of wanders around talking. And,
Get ready to depart this existence.
Woohoo.
We're about to
I love their little battle.
Here it comes.
in all the world.
In all the world.
Because he's all glowing.
Naga, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? I give you a chance and you screw it up. See?
well, see what I find. Yeah, I think they painted her costume in that last shot. I just noticed that.
Sure looked like something was missing.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed it. See what you did? Good Lord.
So we actually had a Naga costume that.
Did y'all really?
It's
No,
actually,
I
I
did
think,
not
floating
wear
around
it.
somewhere. No, we
wear
kept
it.
trying to talk her into it.
I
and-
just wouldn't do it.
You're like,
Matt
no.
comes up and says, "You do know that since you're hired for this character, you have to dress like this character."
It's in your contract. Did you not read the fine print, woman?
Oh. I'm like, dude, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah. Everybody's like, yeah, put it on, put it on, put it on.
No, we actually had someone who was an ADV employee at the time who actually fit the costume quite
she
nicely.
did.
Oh,
She
who was
looked
that?
great.
That was Melinda.
Melinda, that's
yeah.
right. I do
and she had
remember
the
that.
hair.
The hair.
Yeah, she looked great.
She did. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that was back in the days when anime cons were, a big anime con was 5,000 people, and of course by today's standards that's like nothing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is really amazing when you think about it. Since the time we started,
Yeah,
how
big
it's
gotten.
grown.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I was having a flashback. I was actually watching this yesterday, so I'd kind of have a refresher before we came in. And I was it was catapulted back to that, one studio in that booth
Exactly,
working on this. And
yeah.
it's
A couple of
amazing.
years, yeah.
It's
In a couple of
amazing.
years, it's just grown so much.
Yeah, for those who really don't know what's going on here, is we've got a half dozen studios with over 12 teams of directors working around the clock. I mean, if we could find people who'd work after midnight, we'd be recording
Hey,
this.
man, we'd be here.
We'd be a graveyard shift, man.
Yeah, that's
No
what they
need
say.
to sleep.
That's what they say.
That's what
but
they all
you try
say.
getting them in here, and good luck.
Right?
Oh,
I don't know. That'd be
yes.
pretty cool.
It's hard enough getting everybody back after lunch.
Yeah, really.
There's Brian Bounds.
Oh,
This was
he
a
is
voice I
so
was not
funny.
expecting
Oh,
out of
really?
him at all. It came out quite differently.
Really?
Yeah. He has a very deep, powerful voice naturally, and he just wanted to do something a little different. He also, in the background, a few scenes, you can hear this kind of Jim Bacchus type voice going on, and that's him also.
Wow. Wow.
And of course, now the female voicer, that's actually a guy. That's Phil Ross.
Phil Ross, right?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
The first time I saw this, I thought it was you, Matt.
No,
I thought, I really did. I thought, oh, that's Matt doing his old lady voice.
that's Phil Ross doing the Duchess, as we call her.
Oh, yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, she was so hideously ugly. You had to have that voice as
It
like,
fits.
It
It
does.
fits beautifully. And there's Naga knocking back the drinks.
I mean,
you're not supposed to drink anything bigger than your head.
That's
a good
like
rule.
tilting that thing over too.
Stay away from things that are larger than your head.
And instead, and this whole,
Oh, the
here
little
we go.
mushroom
This is
guys.
cool.
yes.
Fungus Festival.
This is where you're really like, hey,
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo! Shave those legs.
They just seem to have this
Pretty.
infinite supply of props for any possible situation.
Have. Yeah, there she's got that drunk look on her face.
How can she not?
She's either drunk or crafty or befuddled. Those are her three basic
Yeah.
modes.
That's it. No more.
Here she comes.
Here she comes. Oh my God! How can you run? Your things are bouncing up and down.
I think she's got some sort of magic spell going on to keep that outfit on.
Those are implants. That's all there is to it. They don't even move.
not.
They don't.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
They
do
move quite a
They
bit.
do move.
They
do move.
accentuate things that she says. You
I
know?
remember the
They
point.
move
Noing.
They move independently of each other.
The doing. I remember that.
Okay, now that's Kira, right?
Kira
And Tiffany on the right.
Tiffany's loofah, right?
And who's the other one? Meredith? Is that right?
I think so. I can't remember now. I wish I had the cast list
The
here.
cast list. Woo!
That's Tiffany.
That's Kira. Wow, doing a lower thing. Ooh, she's getting steamed.
She's not a happy camper.
Tell it like it is, girl.
I mean,
Yeah, the water's cold.
Yeah. No kidding. I kind of like it that she has this, vast knowledge of hot springs.
Yeah.
That's a nice character
Oh,
trait.
yeah. You don't find people like that.
Not every day, no.
Ever.
She's got her own set of priorities.
Well, I suppose when you're born filthy rich and you have magic powers and you pretty much do anything you want.
Yeah.
She tasted the water.
Well, she's a connoisseur of hot springs.
Ew.
Well, it is a natural pond. Yeah, so there's a bunch of old guys soaking in it.
Whatever.
So,
It ain't gonna happen.
You might be able to fool amateurs with these muddy waters, but not
however,
However,
the great Naga's home.
the great Naga's hide.
that's the worst pun in the whole show.
It's pretty bad.
I love it though. I love bad
Great
puns.
Naga's hide.
That's the one thing about this show is you could just do the incredibly bad puns.
I remember recording this part because Gil had already done his thing.
Yes.
Well, yeah, through most of the show, I recorded before anybody else did, and
I don't.
he had actually already done his bit. So,
So you had some. Oh.
He is so quite odd.
oh, he's hysterical. That is the weirdest character.
In that case, unsatisfied.
Oh my God. What is on his belly button?
He has
It's a
this thing for
star.
stars.
He's a star child.
He is. He is. Yeah.
On his nipples. That's good. I'm pissed.
Leave now. The fun is only
I'm leaving.
Miss
So you think?
Really now?
Yes. That was so
I love that.
getting you to get those volumes up in the screens.
I know, that was cool. I can still do that. I practice every day. Move it, Naga! See? That's my
Yeah, the
favorite.
people listening at home probably don't realize how weird it is to be sitting in a box all by yourself and screaming at the top of your lungs.
Exactly.
It takes a while. I think you dropped into it really quickly.
I'm a screamer by nature.
Well, this was actually your very first acting gig, period.
Yeah,
right?
I'd never acted before in my
That
life.
is just astounding to
Ever.
me. That's amazing.
And it was like I'd always done music because I love singing, but I'd never acted. I just thought, let me. And you read all this thing about voiceovers, and it's like, hey man, don't even try it because it's the hardest thing to get into. And I was like, okay. And then I don't even know how it happened. It just came naturally. Maybe I have double personalities or something. I'm mentally ill. I really believe that I'm these people. The funniest thing is when you're playing like different characters in a week, and then people are telling you, hello, can I please have this character today?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm sitting here going, okay, who am I like right now?
Now, which one is this?
Yeah, so you start to tend to feel like you do have personality
personalities.
issues. You're going, hang on a
Or the
second.
days when you come in and you do like 5 or 6 bit parts and background stuff. Multiple personality days.
You're going, huh?
Yeah.
By the time you go home, you don't know who you're yelling at.
That's right. That's challenging because you never know what's going to be coming up next if you're
That's
doing
right.
several different roles.
That's right. Yeah.
But it does. You work out a lot of frustrations at it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's like primal scream therapy.
Yeah. You know what Jen told me the other day? He said they were going to start charging me because I yelled so much in my last character. He's like, we're going to start charging you for the stress relief that
Yeah,
you
there
obtain
you
when
go.
come in.
It's
I
like
was
the guest villains.
okay.
The guest villains had very much that effect, you know?
yeah.
You come in, you try to destroy the world or
Exactly.
something.
You feel
and then
better
you
when
scream
you
a lot,
leave.
you die, and you feel great when you
Oh,
leave.
yeah, when you leave, you're going, oh, that was good. Okay, thanks, guys. I'll see you later. That is true. That's
Helps you
cool.
keep an even keel in
Right.
your real life. Oh, I love the expression on the little what
Jellyfish.
jellyfish. I couldn't find the word.
Squids,
Thank you,
whatever they are.
squids,
Squids,
jellyfish.
Yeah, kill him, yeah.
Haha. So nice to see a different character do that other than Naga.
Other than you?
Yeah.
Oh, give me time. He's cool.
I like when he starts levitating.
And back to the dream
Back
world
to the
again.
dream world.
Yeah.
Back to the love. Oh,
They're so sweet.
they're so in love.
Not this dream again.
I mean, for real.
Lina has no patience for romance.
I have no patience at all.
Period. Romance or
None.
not.
Hello.
Yeah, she's such an interesting character in that she really,
Intimate dreams while I'm sleeping in your
she's the kind of person you really would want to know in real life.
No.
She would just annoy you.
She would. But isn't it interesting
but
that every
why?
now and then she does something for what we would consider the right reasons? Every now and then.
I don't
She'll
understand
do
what y'all
something
mean.
for the benefit of someone rather than the money
Money?
or the food.
Money?
It's a rare occurrence, but it
I don't
happens.
know, man. I don't know which one you've been watching.
Well, she kind of does in this one.
I'm all about the money
so
and the
she's
food.
she's got some promises made to her that aren't exactly kept, but she does seem to get, kind of into helping out. Don't you think?
Kelly's like, help me out here.
Yeah.
I'm all
I
about
always
the
kind of
money and the
basically got the
food.
impression that she's in it for whatever's best for Lina.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, that's the main thing, and that's Naga's main motivation too. But
Whatever's
even,
best for Naga.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, and there's John Swayze. This was one of his earliest parts.
Ah,
Did he come in at that same time?
He was in that same batch of auditions. Yeah, he actually he proceeded just a little bit. He's actually in the last. He was originally in Evangelion. He played Asuka's father, so it was a little bit before that.
Oh,
But in
okay,
the
yeah.
director's cut versions, he actually moved up to Gendo.
Oh, cool.
So it was kind of weird because we're sitting there recording. So wait a second, that is John. So we had to recast that part with John Tyson. It was kind of strange for the director's cut. but-
Wow. Yeah.
We have been expecting you, Miss.
wow, wow, wow.
Again, like I said, just Brian totally surprised me with that voice, but it works so well with
Yeah.
the show.
It does.
It really
matches
does.
that character so well.
I like it that they're hauling that other guy around like
Yeah,
in a
in a
tank.
tank of water.
I know,
yeah.
yeah. Why in a tank of water?
Because it's just weird and random. I don't know how this guy sees, but
I know, really.
Oh, Lina's such a sucker.
I just love those noises.
yeah,
Yeah.
you were spending quite a bit of time coming up with odd sounds.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how I do that. It scares me.
Well, I mean, it's just you're watching the picture, and it's like it's like, well, it needs something.
Yeah, you see the facial expressions and you're like, okay, okay. And you just kind of go with that
Yeah.
constipated type sound that's coming out. You're like, okay, just go with it.
Yeah, Foley's fun. It's
Yeah.
kind of like music in a way. You look at it and you watch the movement,
Exactly.
and the expressions,
You just
and
try
then
to
just kind
match
of go
it.
for it and see what happens.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes you're going,
Sometimes
oh,
it
sorry,
doesn't.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
But
I
it's
love
just one of
that.
those surreal images.
Yeah, they still got the hairy old legs.
What is it with the hairy legs?
See, I like this. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The industrial strength earplugs.
That's right. That's right.
A normal person couldn't wear those because they'd worry about it damaging their brain.
Hello.
But
Oh, right.
Now.
Naga's like, I'm gonna stick these suckers way down in my ear.
and this is actually
yeah.
one of Brett Weaver's all-time favorite parts. He's the voice of the Stone Dragon.
Oh, excellent.
Ah.
Excellent. I love the Stone Dragon.
It's such
he
silly
comes.
It is,
stuff.
and it's got great sound effects.
I'm a professional entertainer.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
going to work.
back away. I can handle anything.
Where were you born?
I just love this reveal here.
Yeah, it's classic.
Here he comes. Wow! I'm all excited.
And then
And Huh? That's very telling about Naga and her abilities, I think.
Just kind of, oops, city.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Mistake.
And she's like,
Oops.
oh, well.
Oh, well, not a big deal. I mean, look at that.
And then just all through the town. I
You
love
know-
the way
Okay,
it just
freeze up.
rolls over and over.
People are
and
dying
demolishes
everywhere.
everything.
They're dying everywhere. Thanks, Naga.
The body count that's incidental in the Slayers series is just.
Look at
It's like,
that.
oh yeah, oops.
And she's all like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. It's like, hello. You
does
shouldn't
have
have stuck
interesting
those things in
taste.
your ears.
I don't think that had any effect whatsoever.
The damage was already done.
Hey. Just different.
I like it,
Oh,
this
and-
man. I like it, that man.
Is
All
this Paul Sedello? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he
know-
had just done a few things for us at that point. I know he had he'd done Gamera, but I mean, just this voice was just perfect for this.
It was.
I remember kicking him in this scene, and I had to say my leg. Remember that? I had to say my leg like 50 million times because I have this accent that people
Oh, yeah,
think
leg.
is a
Leg.
mess. A lot of people think it's a made-up accent. Hello, this is my actual voice. I'm a Mexican from Houston, okay? And it's like, I never realized I had this accent until I did this part, and Matt was like, listen to what you're saying. I was like, oh my God, I talk like that?
Everybody in Houston has a little bit of a drawl that creeps in because it's
Yeah.
so pervasive here. You always have to watch it.
Yeah.
sure is.
And that's so difficult because you never have to think about it until you come in here and record anime and you're going, oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? And I kept saying my leg.
My leg.
Yeah, I
Leg.
kept, and then once it's in my head, you know, I couldn't stop saying it. Matt was
Yeah.
like, say it again, do it again. Yeah, I've been made aware of my L's now.
Is it perchance possible that you've forgotten about someone, Your Majesty?
Oh, how could that be possible?
How could anybody forget about you?
You know that I am
I like the Queen's response to this.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Twisted.
Our masseuse.
This is it.
both of you.
Both of you.
Who does that
Who
voice?
was that?
Who was
Oh,
that?
Lordy, I'm trying to remember her name now. She only did like 2-3 shows. She was actually someone who worked here. She was their PE teacher in high school.
No, really?
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I remember.
Oh, how funny.
And it was like, recommended her, and she was great. And I think she moved.
Oh.
That's so cool. She's somebody's PE teacher.
I mean, it was just, we were trying to get all these crazy voices, and,
Oh, yeah.
and we had been basically doing either very small comedies or shows that had, a very serious nature to them, one or the other. And it's like, okay, and a lot of those people surprised me with how great their comedic turns were. But we were really trying to broaden, so we were just going everywhere.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, wasn't this one of the biggest casts back then?
Yeah, it was one of the biggest casts we'd had up until that point.
That was before the cast of thousands like Nadesco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we knew all that stuff was coming.
Right.
And it's, of course, Phil Ross.
He's wonderful.
I never met him before.
He's really nice.
Yeah, Phil's been around forever. I mean, literally, he worked on a lot of Hollywood films back in the 50s. He's in
Yeah.
he's in one of the Bob Hope movies. I know that.
Is he really?
wow.
I didn't know that.
But if you had little golden records when you were a kid and they had Warner Brothers characters on them, Phil was doing a lot of the Warner Brothers voices there because Mel Blanc was too expensive. And
That is so cool.
The albums that were made for the Zorro TV series, he played the Ricardo Montalban character on the albums.
Did he really?
Oh, cool.
Corinthian leather.
You know,
See, See, that's what's weird is that you don't get to see these people. You don't get to meet them. You have like these love scenes. You don't know who you're making love to. You're fighting. You're like going, "Who the hell am I fighting?" I was like outside talking
When
to.
have you had love scenes?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say. I never did one of those. I never did that
That's
one.
a pretty funny
Yeah.
example. Just who am I making love to?
Yeah, well, I was we're not talking about that one, right?
no.
I have to regress here. Hang on. But I mean, I meant to say my boyfriends that I've had.
See, now Kelly's had a lot of them.
Yeah.
You had a lot of love scenes?
Sweet love.
I've never done them.
A few.
Well, dressing like you dress.
Huggy body, kissy face scenes.
I've had
Nothing
some.
too racy, really.
Really?
No, not that racy. It's just that I do tend to have a certain number of characters that I play that are, how shall I say this, very well endowed, perhaps top heavy.
Really now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is you when you're casting these things, you're trying to think of what voices are interesting, and you don't really think in terms of what people look like or anything like that.
Thanks.
And sometimes, it's like after the fact, like, oh, wait a second, now they're having sex with their brother from another show, and it's,
Yeah,
so it gets a little on the
exactly.
twisted side after a while. It's like
bit.
you're just kind of going, ooh, I don't know about that.
Right? Well, for the longest time, Chris Patton was my boyfriend for everything. He was just always my boyfriend. And I'd never met him until one day I was talking, and he comes out and he says, what did he call me? I forgot what show we were doing, but he was just like, he comes out and he called me my Hikaru. He's like, Hikaru. And I was like, and you are? and he's like, I'm your boyfriend. So after that, I started calling him boyfriend. But then me and Chris broke up because then Greg was my boyfriend in another part. And then, Lucy was my lesbian lover. So then I had to break up with Greg to be with Lucy. And I was
then
just
you
like,
were back to wanting to be Chris's girlfriend,
Yeah,
and he killed you instead.
yeah, he killed me. So then I really broke up with him.
He got to kill you twice. That was really amazing.
he
He killed you
twice.
once in the series and once in the movie
Once
of
in the movie.
Rossifon.
That's
so
right.
it's like,
Oh, yeah.
she
Yeah.
just really couldn't get a
He
break.
just, I know. I don't know about Chris no more.
Trying to think who my boyfriends have been. Brett Weaver and Jason Douglas, right? Both of
Yeah.
them. And and then there's Jay Hickman and Ilyich
I met Jay
from
Hickman the other day.
Rossifon.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew Klimko, I guess.
Yeah.
So
You had
I've
lots
had
of
a few
boyfriends.
boyfriends.
You had lots of boyfriends. So I've had a lesbian lover.
well, so there.
But we're talking about
Whoa.
voice acting.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, sorry. That's how rumors get started.
Yeah, you gotta watch that stuff, man.
Oh, it doesn't matter. There's already pictures up on the
Right?
internet.
Oh,
I took
everything's
those
on the
down.
internet.
I took those pictures
You
down.
think you did.
I know, right? There's been some that
Now, you
have
haven't
been
actually done a
saved.
convention yet, have you, Cynthia?
I haven't. And, I was actually thinking of going to the one in Houston this year.
Oh, when is that?
October.
There's actually 3 of them.
Oh, is
Oh,
there?
I'd love to go to one in Houston.
There's one in October coming up. I think it's
Yeah,
the
there's
22nd.
one in August, one in October, and then there's actually one early next year, like March or February.
Oh,
next
that's
year.
cool.
Oh,
I
really?
guess I didn't realize we had them here.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't had them before, but
Oh, I want to get in on that.
Yeah.
it's always fun watching the fans' reactions when they see someone. That's like they try and put the face together with the voice they've known, and it's like,
Yeah, it doesn't
And they're
match.
like, huh?
It's not matching. Like, Kelly and I are going to go to the convention, and I'm going to wear a big stuffed bra and dress like Naga, because I'll need to if I'm going to dress like Naga.
And I'll just go as it.
And you can tape yours down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, please.
Well, the funny thing is actually, for those who can't see him, the proportions are actually, height-wise, Cynthia is noticeably shorter, and it's kind of like,
I'm short.
it's always weird when the actors end up looking like the characters. I don't know what it is. Remember, Bubblegum Crisis, it was,
Yeah, that's
everyone
what I was
actually
gonna
looked
say.
a lot like their
That
characters.
was pretty
Really?
trippy. Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
Almost everybody who was cast in it looked like their character.
Are you
Uh-huh.
serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was very interesting.
And it was just, it's certain voices come with.
Happen now. I love this.
That is a strange image,
I mean,
they're all like, Mama.
Mama. Who would he call you, Mama? Mama.
Now, see, that is
love
just
it.
the rudest way to wake
love
somebody
it.
up.
I love it.
Oh, you're so mean.
But I love you.
It's such a wonderful relationship they have.
Yeah,
It is.
Oh, look at their little faces.
They're
They're
so
like, don't go in
sad.
there. It might be dangerous.
Find this demonic beast and be done with it.
That's right. Batman and Robin.
It is. Absolutely nothing is ever going to phase these two.
No.
And especially, as you go through here, you go through the OVAs, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like they never are daunted. It's like they get their butts whipped constantly, but they're never daunted by it. It's like,
They're very resilient.
I mean, for real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so what I love is, Naga carries that big sword around. I don't think she's ever used it once.
Yeah, I don't know that she has, actually.
Yeah. Has she? Did
I
she
don't
in
think
any of
she
those
has.
early ones?
I don't remember at this point, but yeah, maybe
It seems that there was at least talk of using the sword at one point.
At least talk.
I think it's
Yeah.
more like they said, well, if you're going to be an adventurer, you have to have this kind of
yeah.
Sword.
Yeah.
It's these whole protectors on these shoulders. It's like those are so useful.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. And she hurt herself with those.
She did.
She poked herself.
In Excellent, was it? Excellent, she kept hurting herself. And that was kind of funny because in Excellent, when it shows their first meeting and the first time that Lina blows up Naga,
Yeah.
we actually see the repercussions because Naga's like wrapped in bandages from head to toe.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was pretty funny. And then suddenly she's all better and it never happens that way again.
It does.
Yeah, well, she has remarkable healing abilities.
She
There's no choice
does.
about that.
She has.
I mean, she's burned up. She's dropped into the sun. I mean, you name it, it happens.
It happens. Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
happens to her.
She's floating down a river, like running into rocks.
Yeah, she got electrocuted by light. She got struck by lightning once. Ugh. I'm sorry, Naga.
You should be sorry.
But I'm not.
All right.
Just a wee tad of.
Interesting.
I like the shirts hanging up there. No,
Woohoo!
That's definitely a trouble.
Come back here! Oh, I love that. Hysterically laughing.
I just remember this thing took forever to get right. There was so much, everything I had to hit on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this was back using our old audio equipment. This was done back before we had what we've got now, and manipulating things time-wise was very difficult.
That's
We could do a little
right.
bit of compression, but as soon as you
Oh, yeah.
did, so it was like they pretty much had to hit everything almost dead on, then we could kind of tweak it. Nowadays, we've got a lot more latitude.
Yeah.
The algorithms and things that are in Pro Tools are so much better than they used to be. But back then it was like, and of course we had to be careful to hit the audio exactly right because our dynamic range that the microphones and the recording system took were considerably less. So it was like you had to be, okay, how loud are you going to be?
Yeah,
Give us a
yeah.
test.
Oh, I remember. I used to say, oh, by the way, put the cap on because I'm going to be really loud.
Right, I'm about to yell.
I'm about to scream because I remember the first time I screamed in the booth, I thought I had killed Matt. I thought, his head had exploded or something. I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Right? He's like, out of the booth, out of the booth.
Oh, I just heard this, ow!
I'm trying
was
to
like,
remember. I was actually,
oh
I was the recording engineer on this one too, wasn't I? Now that I think about
I
it,
think you
Yeah.
were. Yeah,
Yeah.
you sure were.
it's
Yeah.
hard to remember because I know it was right around
so
there I started
long.
doing my own engineering for a while.
That's right,
Yep,
because
yep.
during Ruin Explorers, you were sitting out in that area between the booths,
Right.
and then suddenly you were on the other side of the glass, and I could see you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, it was. I think this was one of the very first ones. It was because of just the tweaking had gotten so intensive with
Right.
the timing on these shows. It was like, I
Right.
got to be on the other side. And that's when I realized, okay, I could actually do that if I had to.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. I mean, we actually moved at a
It
pretty
worked
good
out,
pace,
yeah.
I remember. But we had longer sessions.
We did
I
have
remember
longer
that.
sessions. I remember that.
I can't remember if it was this one or Ruin Explorers. It was like 6-hour sessions.
Yeah, I remember this one was a long, because I told you the whole bathroom thing. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you must have been in pain, girl.
It didn't matter. I was not leaving. I was like, I don't care. See, I saved you.
Well, yeah, but it was probably for some selfish reason.
Obviously. It would be.
Of course.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but could I get a drink of water?
I'm thirsty.
Certainly. One cool bucket coming right up.
Yep, that's Swayze.
Swayze, I was going to say.
Lina Inver.
Uh-oh, you should not have said that.
I mean, what is his problem?
Ooh, they're so
Return of the
creepy.
Dead.
And their little faces melt away, and their eyes pop out. I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really surprised that, Lina didn't throw Naga into the middle of these guys as a distraction or
I know,
diversion or
she
something.
should have.
It's such a... And look at this. She tries to... Ew, that is so not cool.
Hey, man, it was there. I gotta do something. There's Joey Rock. I mean, I'm about to go kick him.
But see, this is what I was talking about. I mean, it even kind of gets to Naga here in a minute. Like, she's like, dude, I'm even starting to feel kind of,
He was ready to annoy me, and nobody
righteous,
annoys me.
But like they almost start to help out for, proper reasons rather than selfish ones. And they've got to catch themselves and go, no, wait a minute, who are we?
Right?
We don't do
Back
that.
Where's the money?
That to those poor people.
Oh, and all
Return
those
of
people
the
having to moan in
dead.
unison.
Oh, yeah. That
They
must have
all
been
recorded
interesting.
individually.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good grief, here we go again.
Wow.
They're not toys for your amusement.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think we recorded this whole show in about 3 weeks, and I had like 2 to 3 days afterwards to kind of clean things up.
Oh,
and I had to
man.
go to the mixing
Wow.
guy because we were way behind.
That's amazing. I think I don't remember. It seems like I did 2 or 3 sessions, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was real quick, and I think they were consecutive days, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah, Paul Killam did the audio mix, and he really put it all together because I know I sent him a lot of stuff that was pretty dirty. There was a lot of clicks and pops and stuff in it, and it was just like, well, try
the
and make
pretty
it
noises
work.
we make.
Oh, yes, for people that don't know, we make these pretty clicky noises, and the sound engineers, they threaten your life if you don't drink
Well,
enough
you'd
water.
really be amazed at what shows up when you've got this hot mic in front of you.
You're
The
going,
first time.
oh, that was not good.
But I remember the first time I heard the smacky clicking noises. I was like, "Nuh-uh, that wasn't me.
Play it again.
I didn't do that."
It wasn't me.
Yeah. This is some of the stuff I was doing there at the end of these demons were all popping up. Most of those demons are me. And I was just, by the end of the show, I was just completely raw in the throat because I was doing all these growling sounds.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite.
Buried in the bottomless abyss of time eternal.
Oh, this is the first time you did this, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. He's like totally
I don't know.
lost.
I prefer Joy Rock in his little froggy state. I mean, he's this cool enough demon and everything, but I
Yeah.
like the little frog.
Yeah, I like the frog. Doom! Dragon Slave! That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say dude, Dragon Slave?
Doom! I said Doom.
Dude, Dragon Slave, man! Cowabunga!
That's right, my accent is changing.
slave your butt.
I'm gonna dragon slave your dragon slave. I do like Joy Rock.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Oh,
A
well.
bit of a miss.
Still doesn't phase us.
You're so destructive. Oh, no.
Ouch.
Hey.
You know.
Spell of yours really hurts. Quite impressed. Who would have thought a little girl like you could have unleashed something like that.
Look at that tongue just hanging out.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, we weren't as bad on this one. We did another show, Dragon Night, where
Yes, I remember that one. I mean, I wasn't on that one.
yeah, that's right. Yes, you weren't on that. Yes, but I remember we had these creatures with these long tongues sticking out, and we just had all the dialogue recorded like this because it was like, how can they possibly talk with their tongues sticking out?
It's funny.
See, one of those was God, it was Randy Fox and Brett Weaver, I think, were the dragon men in that one. It was just,
Funny.
it was like, well, what can you do? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
there's times you just have to
It's
say
there.
the voice doesn't make any sense. You just have to kind of
You
go
just have
with
to go with it.
Just the odd structures in this show. It's like,
Yeah,
just kind of this odd little shape.
Hey, check out his tree
His
digs.
his treehouse.
Well, yeah, treehouse
He's got
in
a
the
treehouse.
like trunk, in the root system.
This is the ever popular. I'm going to now explain the plot for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Scene.
Mr. Exposition.
This
tell
was
you what's
really
been
rough
going
because
on.
there's so much going on. Remember, Phil just had to keep cramming words in and cramming words
Oh,
in
yeah.
just to try and get it all across.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
When the elves would hold a great festival.
At the same time, he had to sound all big and impressive and everything.
That's difficult.
Festivities were at their highest peak.
Oh, yeah. And you see, they don't show him working on the cookies or anything like that.
Bacon cookies.
Bacon cookies. Yeah! Look at all that bloodshed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like comedy in here. You probably go,
And then all of a sudden, yeah. It has its
snacks.
yeah.
Ew.
Tasty.
Ew.
Nummy, nummy, nummy. But it does have its dramatic elements. I mean,
As fast as my young legs could.
No, it's really it's an interesting show, but it's like, you know, I remember showing this to people thinking, is this a comedy? You know?
yeah.
This is
What's with all the blood?
right. People are dying everywhere,
They're munching out on elves.
and they melt.
Yeah, and then little eyes pop out.
I mean, die.
Ow.
He's brave.
Yeah, but it just didn't work, did it?
Nope.
Nope. Because if it had, we wouldn't have a story.
That's right. They needed me. And who doesn't?
Naga.
That's a whole nother story.
She just puts up with you.
I put up with her.
I think they both think they put up with the other
Yeah,
one.
I think pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, realistically, no one else is going to associate with either of them, so...
Yeah, until which one was it? Excellent again, where there's the girl that wants to be like
Yeah,
Naga,
wants to, and good
She's
God, that
Naga
was
the
scary.
mentor for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
she
was
never
cool.
had any friends until then.
That was cool.
You like that, huh?
They gave her proper respect.
proper respect. They
That's
gave
right.
her respect.
Absolutely. They recognized her gorgeosity.
Her gorgeosity.
Or whatever,
Whatever. They recognized it.
1 year ago, I learned that
Okay, so anyway...
So that is a really, really, really big timepiece.
So curious, you've done both these characters so long now. What has evolved in the way you play the guys?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I think for me the laugh has altered somewhat. I noticed watching this that it's more of an aha in this one, isn't it? And it took a few times to get into the woo-hoo-hoo-hoo thing,
I
Isn't
think
it?
I don't know.
It's kind of a. I think the later stuff, the stuff like we did this year, has a much stronger ooh-hoo to it than this does.
Oh, I want to watch that.
So,
every one of these guys
Watch
getting
that.
vaporized is me.
all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all me.
You're all vaporized. See, I think I've gotten more comfortable with Lina because, like, being that this was my first part ever and I'd never acted before in my life, is that I wasn't very comfortable and I was kind of scared and shy. And all of a sudden now, I mean, Lina's not scared and shy of anybody. So now it's like I am more comfortable with her. But what I've noticed is that the way that I yell the dragon slaves, nobody yells them that way. I started to realize, was I not supposed to yell them like that? You know, whenever I say dragon slave, it's like, dragon slave! And I'm yelling. And then I watched every other body and I'm going, oops, was I not supposed to yell?
Oh.
Everybody brings their own point of view to it, you know?
That's right.
I was wondering about that.
It's all about energy, I think, with Lina. I mean, she is just, you know,
She's
she
a
seems like she's
bundle of
a
energy.
slob, and, you know, and all of a sudden she just, boom, it just explodes out of her.
Yeah. But I think also over time, just like you were saying, you get more comfortable with the character. I know I got really nervous when we came back to it and we had been away from it for such a long time. I was a little scared.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be away.
Yeah. And then you're going, am I going to remember? Am I going to do this right? Well, you know, and it was difficult, but it was...
It didn't take long to remember, though. You know...
Pretty. That was a nice scene. Naga's hide.
Yeah. The great Naga's hide.
Now he wins.
Yeah.
We've
Remember we
helped it
shredded
in
poor
him.
David Bell's voice on this part, too. He just was not
Really?
up to it.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
That's probably why he moved to New York.
He's like, I'm running away. Run away. I can't take it anymore.
Lina inverse to the rescue.
That's right.
Do you think someone gets into the part just a little too much?
I don't know.
I told y'all. It's just...
I already know.
Okay, so you're going to make up the ultimate Lina inverse adventure. What is she going to do from your point of view?
Oh, I don't know. You know, what hasn't she done, though? I don't know. I never even thought about it.
Well, apart from blasting Naga into orbit
But I like
permanently.
blasting people. I would love to, just blast people. Like, anybody that pissed me off, I'll just blast them.
So you get all the bad guys together in one town and just blow up the whole thing,
I
right?
like to bring Naga into, the 2004, you know? Just blast people. Fireball them.
You'd like to go back and correct the damage for that one episode where Naga kicks your butt.
We're not even gonna go there.
Oh, I think it's great. It's about time.
It was a fluke. The writers messed up. Somebody was out sick that day. I don't know.
Somebody was like, oh, it's about time Naga gets a little
about time.
comeuppance here.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Never gonna happen again. See, I like those.
Lina's got really good reflexes.
I know, she does. She's cool.
I think it's kind of funny that Naga's absent.
She's scared.
She's off in La La Land.
Scared! I know, right? She has no clue what's going on. She's asleep somewhere with the Oompa Loompas. What are those jelly bean things?
The Oompa Loompa slime halves?
The jelly beans!
Jelly beans.
Oh, I did two. Oh, I had to, I guess.
What?
I was like, I didn't remember that I did 2 of these spells on this show, but I guess I had to. It's the movie.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of this stuff going on. I remember how many takes we had to do on all this stuff.
Yeah.
Just getting everything to hit right.
Everybody's happy with me. They all love me.
Yeah, and Joy Rock has kind of this oddly graphic demise here.
Yeah.
Whoa! I don't know, for some reason that image stuck with me.
He's gone. I won.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay. And now we go through the anticlimactic ending.
Climatic.
Just kind of roll it down.
Just sort of the wrap up.
Okay, everybody breathe.
But seriously,
With the
Calm
good, out with the
down.
bad.
if it had actually worked, if the springs had actually been there and done what they were supposed to do, that you thought they would do. I'm not sure the world's quite ready for that version of Lina.
I don't think so.
I don't think
I love
so.
this. Naga's floating around in the void.
He's just
Just
totally
laughing.
oblivious to everything.
Oh, I'm having a great time.
You must have lost your grip on me after you fell into this vortex. Give me your hand or you'll be trapped in this tunnel forever.
I should have left you there. I should have just left you there.
And Naga says, well, yeah, if you insist. Or something.
Naga's one odd chick.
She's great. She's great.
Saving this kingdom from a hideous demon?
And of course, now the king and queen look all healthy and bright and shiny
Yeah.
instead of, bags down to their chins.
Yeah.
Dark circles.
Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Well, I guess we should have expected it. That's the problem with time travel. Everything's different when you get back. Spring!
Little jellyfish lollipop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There they are.
So cute.
The Oompa Loompa jelly beans. I want to smash them.
Oh, no.
They're your kids.
That would be mean.
They're your,
No,
they're your
not.
children. They called you mama.
That was just a simple mistake.
Anybody would think that.
And that's Swayze again, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hey, wait, you fool!
So flop.
Jeez, work before you leap.
Look before you leap.
That's right. We use this spring to accelerate the growth of agriculture.
That's right.
He's doing Hank Hill, basically.
Yeah. Is he the one that sounded like Walter Brennan in the background earlier? There's
Might
somebody
have been.
who sounded like Walter Brennan.
There's so many odd voices people were throwing out.
Really?
You lied to me!
Glad you got back safely.
Don't give me that rotten old sneak. Do you know what the thing in front of me is?
This?
Believing it would cause me to grow.
Yes.
Grow old and wrinkly.
That's not what they mean.
I'm so agitated with him.
Oh, well, yeah. Understandably. He
Yes.
lied to you.
He lied to me.
He made you do a good deed. Blast his hide.
Blast his hide. But I'm smiling. I'm happy. It's cool. There's my friend.
What are you doing here?
Could ask the same question.
There's something going on here that we really don't want to know about.
I didn't like the way she looked at me.
No, she just knows your weak spot. You know?
You don't really think you can get away from me that
You'll never get away from Naga. She will always
She
be
will
there.
always be there.
As well, she should be.
Ugh. Whatever you say, Naga. There's this. Sing for us, Naga.
That's kind of a frightening song.
Well, I'd be commenting on all the credits, but they're in kanji.
Yeah, well, that one says.
But we could talk about the lyric subtitles.
Well, they're probably going to be different on the Essentials version because we're going back and retranslating a lot of this stuff.
Oh.
Wouldn't
Okay,
guarantee
well,
they'd
then
be
let's
the
just not
same.
do that.
That's true.
People will be like,
Although
what
it
the
could
heck
be
are they
like
reading?
a comparison thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
someone's
now
going to do
it
it
says
anyway. It'll be
this.
on the internet. Well, this is what the first version was.
Yeah. That's right.
Right.
That's right. So we might as well just get it over with now. This
I would
is
comment, this is like the 5th or 6th different anime song I know of called Midnight Blue. That seems to be very popular.
It's a popular title.
It's a popular song.
Oh, moon, oh, wind, answer me now.
Oh, far, so far, far in the distance.
You know,
It's your
my
turn, it's your
favorite
turn.
lyric subtitle is From Those Who Hunt Elves, and it's something like, oh, what is it? You're the kind of person, if you saw a dinosaur, you'd just laugh.
What?
It's great.
Okay, my favorite is still in the Blue Seed, Pick Me Up Foxy Night game. You know, it's just,
That's good, too.
it's just like, and they're saying that in English. It's just like, I guess someone thought it made sense.
Foxy
funny.
Night.
Hey, but see, you know, it wasn't all for nothing. Got your own statue.
I got a statue. Oh, darkness, oh, rain. Tell me now.
Oh, waves, oh, shadows, answer me now.
Woohoo! Everybody's gonna be like that. What the heck are they reading?
What are they on?
They're so totally lost in. They always want to know what I'm on. I've noticed on the internet. The hell does she take?
Popular question.
It is apparently. I'm starting to wonder about myself. Woohoo! I think that is it.
Thank you for listening.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye-bye.